Hello, everybody. Rob D here. Welcome to another Game Cave development. Joining me today is Brandon Lead Heavy James. Brandon, say hi.
Hello.
Make sure you speak up, right? Because we already talked about that. So anyway, we're having a little bit of microphone issues here, but it's not a big deal. So today we begin, or we show Brandon's progress on the Motherload, right? This is a little
Correct.
concept sketch I did,
Yep.
right? This is the basically the capital ship for the Goldbrickers, which is this Sky Pirate Sky Pirate Guild that Bombcat is trying to quit as we open up to the story. So this is what you're going to start off with here, which is the main frigate,
Mm-hmm.
the capital ship, the Motherload. And then this would be the tinier ship, which I'll do later. Scum Fighter is what I'm calling it. So I have not seen the progress that you've made yet. Let's
Yay.
so let's see how bad this gets, right? Let's go ahead.
Yay.
Let me go ahead and download the model. Open it in Maya.
Fingers crossed.
Give me a second. I got a new vid rig coming at the end of the month. It will speed all this stuff up.
It will be awesome.
Well, hopefully. But it should. I mean, with the solid state drives, it should be almost on instantly. My buddy was telling me his stuff boots in 12 seconds and he has an older drive.
Jeez.
Yeah. So if I can get
That's
that down to
nice.
6 seconds, right? Yeah. That's the plan. 1 second, folks. Maya's taking its sweet ass time.
All I see is darkness.
Yeah, because it's on my other screen.
Gotcha.
I'll move it over in one second.
We could just quit the video now. We're good.
You're always ready to just quit. All right. So let's see here. This would be your Rev 1.
Correct.
Let's see if we can actually get Maya to respond here. This computer's just starting to show its age, that's all. Okay. X close stop. I don't want to involve myself in all that. So let me open up my concept art here. Do 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 do. I like how it just closed all of my fucking picture windows. When I opened Maya, it's like, oh, you don't need that shit. You know?
It's like, no, we're the most important program right now. You don't need anybody else in your life.
Huh.
Let's go to the other side of the ship. There we go.
These are gonna get actual fin-like, right?
Yeah. I was more concerned about making the shape of it where it comes to a point, curves around, and then that cutout you see is where the back flipper is going to be. The back flippers you have, the gold ones. So that way you can, I was going to then add the fin, the flippers, and then you could move the flippers if you want them out, open, moving in different shots.
Let me look at. Mm-hmm. 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 There's also, yeah, I can see you kind of just starting this piece here. It's all right. Yeah, it's a start, you know. I think the overall initial direction is about there.
The hardest part was the landing dock. I don't know what to call it,
I
but
almost think it needs to come out longer because it's really like long in the back.
uh,
I mean, I could see the drawing, you know. I also think this might have to be slanted a little bit, the back fin,
okay.
you know, instead of straight on, like it's angled a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, see how like these fins would come this way, then this would angle this way. You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
not heavily. So
But just enough where it's not straight up and down.
yeah, let me see if I can. Does that even make sense? Because it's got the rudder in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that would even make sense. I don't even know if that would make sense. It looks cool.
Right. I just don't. If you have that back thing flopping and it's
Yeah.
sideways.
I think it needs to be bent then. Kind of like similar to the Jolly Dagger.
Okay.
All right, curved. So that rudder can stay straight. You see what I mean?
Right.
So like this piece would curve, but then somehow that rudder needs to stay straight. I don't know. I might be off on that, but I just think dynamically it's just looking boxy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think it's too also just that I haven't sharpened the edge.
I'm just looking at the construction. I'm not making it 100%. I know what you mean. Like if you sharpen it towards the thin and the back and the bottom, it
Right.
would have that. But I'm just looking at the straightness of it.
Gotcha.
Like if we look at, let's go some reference. If I even have it here. Yeah, not the best idea for that. Um, even then, I don't think this is gonna quite get there. This is more JRPG territory. Could try one other thing. Yeah, I mean these do, but looks a little weird right there. I might be overthinking it. I think you should just continue doing what you're doing, and if we need to change it, then we'll change it. You know what I
All
mean?
right. Yeah.
Because if I think like sometimes if you just overthink some of this stuff from the beginning, you can get caught up
And the tweaking.
in yeah, you can get caught up before you even get anywhere. Then you spend forever changing minute details. See how like this has like this little rail and stuff?
Uh-huh.
That's something you might want to think about too. I don't know about right now, but you see how like this too?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was thinking that the because it's like a submarine bit too, right? A bit of like that submarine capsule up there. Like I know like when this comes up, this might want to come out a little bit, like the actual command part angles
Oh,
this
okay.
way, unlike in the art, but we'll see. Um, what do you think? Like this is the part that I'm uncertain about, like if it should be more. Hmm. Let's open up the Jelly Dagger model. It's not a blatant this shit sucks. So you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So we're way at least you've improved since that experience,
Right.
right? So looking back at what you've done before, um, yeah, I would just be certain, make sure you keep up these kinds of shapes and stuff, you know,
Right. The
moving
thickness
forward.
and weights of it.
And I know like we're gonna need definitely some kind of motor. Like this is where all the technical stuff would be back here,
Mm-hmm.
this sort of thing. And I think this too, even though like I think we're gonna need a part where it's broken open and there's engine stuff in there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's a little because there's a whole sequence where she tosses a ship into this and breaks it off, you know? And I think this part needs to come out more.
Oh, okay.
These are not enough because these actually have propellers. If you look in the art, it is like a blurred circle spinning around. These are actually propeller wings right here. Similar to, see like here?
Mm-hmm.
That's awfully high tech. Um, but yeah, you can see too here, like this little like submarine command deck thing. Propellers around the propellers. I don't think this will help much. It's a fucking awesome game though. It's one of my all-time favorite shooters. Oh, maybe what's the word I'm thinking of? I guess that's not PS2. Sky art. This is my shit right here. Do, 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 do. I guess kind of like, but whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this thing I have an issue with. Also, like the way I was thinking too. Um, I'll give you some more reference later. Like these fins that come out. This is a bit more like a like an actual whale. Like this shape doesn't work. How you got the split down here.
Okay.
That's not gonna work like that. It's gonna need to be one. Like this would have to be a piece. And I'll sketch this out a little better. This bottom piece.
Gotcha. That always helps.
Yeah, I'll sketch that out further. I definitely think up here. I need you to work a scale out on this. A human,
Mm-hmm.
right? We need to actually work that out. Like, just block in how. Do me a favor. The very next thing you need to do is take your. We need our world building human, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everything's being built to that, and then I need a ship object that's gonna match the sky guy, the scum fighter, right? To that
Mm-hmm.
human in relationship to this, and they all need to be on the deck. You understand what
Gotcha.
I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
then, by inverse, we can figure out how many ships will need to go here, and then you know what I mean, like the command center, how big this area is up here, because this might need to be scaled up or down depending on that. And I'll sketch that out as well. And this whole back fin will have to. You really should look at the high wind, I think, for that. You know what the high wind is?
Mm. No,
From
I don't.
Final Fantasy. I don't want 100%, but yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to like knock it off, dude, but it's a little too contraption-y for me, but um like I actually like the low poly model better. But yeah, I don't think that's what I'm thinking of at all. Um I'll do some sketching. But yeah, I'd say you're on the right track. So I do that next,
Hmm.
and then start blocking in the blimp too
Okay.
portion next before you move much further on this, because we need to block the whole thing, you know,
Yeah.
and start working out the proportions on everything before you start doing any kind of real modeling, including all this front. Everything needs a placement model before you
Okay.
start, so we can figure out the full silhouette. So
Gotcha.
next week, what I need from you, and if you can have by Monday, it'd be even better, you know, so you can actually start modeling by the weekend or during the week. Um, yeah. Can you get the next rev by Monday, so we're not taking all week doing that?
Sure.
So if you can get that by Monday, then Monday you can just go to town on modeling. But I need the balloon, all that shit blocked in, and then the skull part can be rough. Doesn't have to make it perfect. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, because that's
Um,
gonna be.
I know it's going to be tough, but I just figure out a placeholder thing for that, you know?
Mhm.
Um, I need both these sides duplicated so we can see how, you know what I mean?
Right.
This stuff over here, Scumfighter person, and then block in the remaining, just start making some fins and shoving that shit up in here and kind of
Right.
working it, you know?
Mhm.
And then, so that during the week too, um, I can start sketching extra details. Like I'll tell you what thing you can start modeling. You know what I mean? Like based on that,
Right.
like over the weekend, I'll take this and sketch too. You know what I mean? And that might take the week to get up to the next point where, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
when we reconvene, say Monday, um, you should between what you do, what I sketched, and what we're looking at, you should be able to get it to the point where by that Friday, then you'll be able to just start modeling. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
so. And then hopefully you'll be done by the following week. So this would be more of a 3 week project, you know?
Right.
Because you just, I mean, yeah, I mean, like the last time it took 2 weeks to get to this point, right?
Right.
So,
And the only reason I
and
think
moving
that.
forward too, like just so you know, moving forward in the future, these sorts of things won't work for animation. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So you'll have to like, this is all fine for block modeling and everything, but you know, this is why whenever you get done, we're gonna have to put you back on, you know, tutorials and stuff so that you can start to connect things together and link
Right.
them all up and shit. You know what I mean?
That's also what slowed me down this week too. The first couple days was just getting back to it after I don't know. It's been 3 weeks I think since I've been
Yeah, that's
modeling
what
something.
stressed me out too when we were first talking about you taking the time off. I'm like, that's fucking gonna be 2 or 3 weeks before he gets back.
Right. So that was just that's what made it a little difficult. Was like, okay, what do I do here again? What are my buttons? And then it started clicking, and then just doing the shape play and stuff, and then
Right.
forming it. So
So let me open up the concept art again. Yeah, the way I imagine this balloon is
mhm.
that this is like going around it, but this might actually be some kind of structure that this is tarped over. You know, giving it a ridge
Right.
and coming up here. That's gonna be a little tricky.
I think that part will be easier than the actual lower ship area.
Well, yeah, it's one big piece, so you know what I mean? It's like these big things.
Yeah.
So, but I am big on this and it looking like this hexagonal thing too, you know. I mean, that's more me drawing it than you, you know. But like here, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's going to be an issue. So then these should be bent in, but then this skull thing. But the cool part about this, you should be able to use a version of it.
Over there.
Yeah, it should one way or the other. You know, it might be Rev 2, but you know what I mean? It won't be like from scratch. So, but yeah, I think this ship's easier than the Jolly Dagger personally, because it's a lot of big shapes. So, once you get the final, you know, we might have to like once you get to the point where it's close to being done, we might have to go in and start adding pieces. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, we'll see. Like shove stuff up in there, kind of stuff, like on the Jolly Dagger, but maybe more. You know,
Right.
this kind of thing. You know. So
That's pretty.
yeah, see that shit's all fucked up back here.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
That's character.
yeah. It's a hunk of junk. It's a piece of shit. That's what he wanted to say. It's a piece of shit. But yeah, like these kinds of things where there's a big piece of man, this, you know,
Mhm.
we'll need like versions of that for this whole thing. And this might actually need two more propellers, like that are like
Well,
if these are like this,
I'm gonna
and
make it a Y.
keep with the three propeller motif. So, you know, here it's two
Uh-huh.
triangle
Well,
and then like this invert it, you know?
right. That's what I was saying. I was gonna make it like a Y. You know, you got the one
Yeah,
up top and then two slanted.
yeah. It might need another one right here.
Same size or smaller
Same
blades?
ones. Same ones. Like a
Okay.
third one. This might need, I don't know. I'll let you get there when you get there, but that definitely needs to come out more.
Right. That the thing sticking out there on the side. I did that
I know.
maybe earlier today just to see it.
Alrighty, that was pretty easy. So, you have any thoughts around this other than what we've
No,
already
you
talked
pretty
about?
much you're at the point in your career where you can see what I'm doing or what I'm trying to do. So that makes it a lot easier when you look at a model and you're like, okay, I see where you're going with this. I see what you did here. So I don't have any questions. I mean, you answered pretty much everything without me asking it.
Yeah, depending on how big these things are, we might have to bring this out more. You know what I
Okay.
mean? If it needs more, like runway. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? I don't know. That's why I said once we get those models in there, we start stacking them up. Like, how much space does that take? Oh, that's kind of compact. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so we can work out the scale. Because I'm not against the idea that this might. Because right now, if you look at it, like it's almost split in half. This rudder. So
Uh-huh.
maybe if I look at it and it's like you got this engine stuff that's coming around here, third propeller, then maybe this comes out more like this way, and then this is more like a fin, you know,
Uh-huh.
or an inverted. What do you call that? Fin. I mean, it's a fin, like
Sounds
you
good to
know,
me.
yeah, it's like this, and then all these little things, and those big paddle fins back here, and then up here like a command deck. This might change where it's like there's a deck and then there's the command tower on top of it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if you walk out the command tower, there needs to be a deck, like that wooden deck I was showing you,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a sequence where like Malbec walks out onto the deck and looks out, you know? So the command deck can't just be flush with the side of the ship. Like there'll have to be something where like maybe this gets blown up a little bit more than this, right? Let's say the command deck is like it's shaped more like this with the rail, and
Uh-huh.
then the command center's in there, but you can come out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we don't know how much space that is because like if people, you know, are little itty bitty specks here, you know what I mean? Like this could be half a football field.
There.
That command deck might be something like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Depends on the scale of it. So, but this should be a pretty large ship. It's like their second biggest ship. There's one other one. So, but cool, man. Yeah, I think you got a better grasp on the shapes this time.
Yeah.
You learned something from all that. Awesome. So we will reconvene Monday, right?
Sounds good.
It's pretty easy. Pretty easy cast. So okay, join me again, folks. Next time on Game Cave Monday. I will be streaming all weekend while I work on some more Game Cave layouts and stuff. I'm about to stream here in a few seconds this Snake Eyes stuff I got to do for this commission. And then hopefully I can stick to a normal schedule next week. And Thursdays and Fridays can be dedicated to just Game Cave art, whatever I need to do. So that's the goal. As long as I'm not stuck at work till fucking 10 o'clock every night. All right, Brandon. So everyone, if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments below on YouTube. You can check all this work out, daily updates at the Facebook page, sketchcraft.com, or Sketchcraft, Sketch CRAFT on the Facebook. Brandon, we can find you on what,
You can find
Instagram?
me on Twitter, Instagram at Lead Heavy.
All right. See y'all next time. Bye, folks.